All right. Our Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this weekend, Lord. We thank you for this next generation that's rising up in the work of this new generation here, and these servants of the Lord who have come forward and traveled from Iowa to come and share in the ministry and the work that they are doing and raising up this next generation. I pray for your hand to be upon them today. I pray, Lord, that you'll open their mouths, but open the hearts of all of us who are sitting here to process your word as it reaches us, that it may bear fruit. So I pray that your hand will be upon the speakers today and upon the audience, that we may hear your word, and through that, hear your will for us each individually to be the generation you have called us to be that light in this dark world. May we be that light of wherever we are placed. But shine your light upon us today through the preaching of your word. These things I pray as I pass on to my young friend here, Kelly.
Lord, I thank you today. Thank you blessed everyone and woke them up in a beautiful morning. Lord, I pray as this new generation arises and moves on to high school, middle school, and college, pray that you may help us to grow in your word, Lord, wherever we are. In your name we pray, Lord. Amen.
Amen. All right, my friend. Okay, at this time I'd like to pass the microphone over to Amable. Let us give him a round of applause here for what's in store for us today and just for his being in the work that he does for the Lord. Okay. I pass it on to you, brother.
Ndaza gukenera muvandimwe aze kusobanura kugira ngo bize kudufasha. Hi guys.
Mwaramutse.
Ndishimye kuba ndi hano ndi kumwe namwe.
I'm glad to be here with you.
Muri munsi.
This morning.
Kuba Imana duhaye umwanya wo kugira ngo tuze kuganira namwe.
Now that God has given us this time to be with you.
Mazina yanjye nitwa Aimable Byicaza.
I am called Aimable Byicaza.
I'm a father.
Dumu papa.
I have one beautiful daughter. She's 2 years.
Umukobwa ufite imyaka 2.
And I lead the new generation.
He leads a new generation team.
The team twatangiye muri 2017.
A team we started in 2017.
Mutoya twari dufitemo, she was 12 years. Niwe wari mutoya.
The youngest was 12 years old.
Bandi bari 13, 14 and 15. The oldest one at the time yari 17.
And the oldest of them was 17.
So kuganira n'abana batoya, it's my passion.
Akunda rero kuganira with young people. Which is his passion.
That's why we are here.
Niyo mpamvu turi hano.
Shaka kubashimira ko mwaje.
I want to thank you that you have come.
And I think we will have good time with you today.
Kandi turaza kugirana umwanya mwiza uno munsi.
Kandi feel free.
Muze kubohoka.
Ndo umuntu mwiza cyane ukunda abantu.
I am a very kind person that likes children, teens and young people.
Youth, bana batoya nkamwe.
Urubyiruko
niyo friends banje.
Those are my friends.
Muri 7 years nkuko nababwiye.
In the last 7 years.
Ask any question you may have.
Mubaze ikibazo cyose muza kugira.
We will try to give you the answer that
and we try to give answers to questions.
Are you excited?
Murabyishimiye?
Murumva muri ntimumere rero nk'abantu baba papa n'abamama bakuru batari badafite energy.
Don't just be like very old people, adults. Just keep up with your energy.
Mube active.
Stay active.
Hanyuma then to maximizing umwanya wacu.
For us to maximize our time.
So dutangira, I was sorry ntago byankundiye nari na prepare aka video ko kubereka new generation buke, ariko ntago byankundiye ubu nyine wenda ba igihe kari bubonekere still tukiri hano ndakabereka.
So I have this video of new generation team that was going to be projected here for you to have an idea of what new generation is, but we're still working on it.
So ndabiyegereje muze tuze kubana rero turi.
I welcome you here to all be present physically and in the way of the mind.
Ndashimira nanone kandi team yanyu ya hano.
And I thank the team here.
Pastor Dan na François.
Yeah, François, myself.
N'abandi batari hano twafatikanyije kugira ngo to organizing uyu munsi.
And those with whom we prepared this.
So Imana ibamugisha mwinshi. God bless you.
God bless you. Imana ibamugisha.
Dufite n'abandi bantu bari hano ndimo mbona bari muri technique n'abandi papa bari hano baje. Imana ibamugisha.
And we have also other friends, parents who came here to be with us. May God bless you.
Ndashimira nanone kandi Yvonne na muvandimwe bari hari inyuma.
I thank also Yvonne and the sister in the back there.
Imana ibamugisha.
May God bless you.
Ndashimira mu protocol wacu ene.
We thank so much our protocol ene.
Urimo twitaho hano.
He is doing everything that we need.
Imana ibamugisha.
May God bless him too.
Dufite rero special guest wacu.
We have a special guest here.
Iwe ntabwo tuye muri Amerika.
He does not live here in the US.
He is from UK.
He lives in the UK.
Dukoma amashi rero tushima.
Let's clap our hands for him.
No mupapa araza kubabwira byinshi.
He's a father. I think he'll mention that also.
Araza kutuganiriza.
He will share with us.
No mupapa ukunda aba youth n'abateens n'abana bato.
He likes kids, teens, youth.
Mwamubonye ngira ngo abamuramuki how many baramukije umushitsi? Mwamuramukije mwese?
How many of you already greeted the guests?
How many? Mushira amaboko hejuru.
How many of you?
Okay. N'abandi nta kibazo muraza kumuramuza.
And I think you have this chance to meet him.
Rero ntagiye kuza gutinda.
Without any further ado.
Uko niko twatangiye new generation dufite purpose yacu.
We have this theme or purpose.
Slogan yacu ivuga ngo from new generation to the next generation.
And the slogan is from new generation to the next generation.
Nukuvuga ngo generation yacu mwebwe.
It means from you, our generation.
Muri the best position yo gukora ibintu byiza byinshi.
And I think you are well positioned to do great and good things.
Mu Mana,
in the way of God,
mu mafamiye,
in your families,
mu ma church,
in the church,
muri community,
in the community,
muri country murimo,
mu gihugu,
even n'ahandi ku isi,
and all over the world.
Muri mwebwe mushobora kuzavamo aba perezida b'ibihugu.
Among you are presidents of countries,
pastors ba mega churches,
abashumba of big churches,
babyeyi b'amafamiye meza,
parents to good families.
Biri muri mwebwe.
Is all in you.
Murabyemera?
Do you agree with this?
Do you believe that?
Do you believe in that?
ni mwebwe rero muri best position yo kuzakora ibintu byiza bikomeye.
You are in the best position to do all those good things.
Ariko rero icyo nshaka kuvuga kugira ngo nze gutanga umwanya.
But now what I wanted to share before I pass the mic.
Ibyo tugiye kubaganiriza n'umuspeaker wacu.
Everything that the speaker is going to share with you.
Ni bimwe mu bizaba making to be
is one of the things that will enable you to be
abo turi kuva the best person
abantu beza
in the future.
Mukazoza.
Ibyo tugiye kuvuga,
that's what we're going to share here.
Nicyo gituma rero bikeneye ko muzumva.
That's why you need to pay attention.
Ask questions.
Mubaze ibibazo.
Any question you may have.
Ikibazo cyacu cyose ushobora kugira.
Nicyo cyatuzanye no kugira ngo turebe buriyo to preparing you to be a best generation and prepare your future.
Niyo mpamvu dukeneye yuko urubyiruko baza kuba abasore bakwiriye no mukazoza.
Igikomeye mu bintu zose tuza kuvuga.
The hardest or the thing we're going to mention.
The best foundation that can lead you to be whoever you want to be.
Urufatiro rwose rushobora gutuma mu bice mushaka cyose kuba cyo.
Nindo atubwira the best foundation that any person can have.
What's the best foundation that you could ever have?
Ubuzima bwiwe akagera akaba successful
in your life and be successful.
Guess.
Anyone?
I'm guessing. Anyone?
What could be the best foundation?
Thank you. Mumukomera amashi.
Please a round of applause to him.
Nicho nari nkeneye.
That's what I wanted.
The best foundation that can lead you to be whoever you want to be.
Kugeza ushaka kuba cyangwa icyo ushaka kuba.
Imana.
Only God. God.
Nicyo rero nicyo twakoze muri New Generation kubereka Imana.
That's what we've been doing and working on in New Generation.
Kuba encouraging gukora cyane, work hard.
To encourage people and young people to work hard.
Kubabwira kandi to obey your parents at home. N'abandi bose babaruta kububaha, respect, to have respect to.
No kwigisha abana kugira ngo bumvire bubahe ababyeyi babo aho bari hose.
Kubaha abayobozi banyu aho mugeze hose.
Obeying your leaders wherever you will be.
Church,
musengero,
kwishuri, buriya mwarimu no muyobozi.
Your teachers are your leaders.
Being focusing all the time.
No kugira intumbero mu byo abarimu bababwira.
Mani bamugisha rero.
God bless you.
Reka tuze kwakira umushitsi wacu kugira ngo aze atuganirize.
And let welcome a guest speaker to share with us the message.
Twakira umushitsi wacu.
Let's clap our hands as we welcome him.
Muraho.
Morning.
Amakuru.
How are you?
Dufite umwanya muto cyane kuko maze umwanya mwicaye.
We have a short time and you've been sitting for quite some time.
Ndagira ngo muhaguruke.
I want you to stand up.
Shaka ko muhaguruka.
If you could stand up.
Kugira ngo tugende dukora ibintu bimwe na bimwe.
For us to be doing some of the things.
Bitaza gutuma muza kunanirwa hakiri kare.
Lest that you get tired before even the time.
Bande bafashe breakfast?
How many of you had breakfast?
Aha. Nta muntu ushonje muri mwebwe?
No one among you is tired or hungry?
Ushonje?
Are you hungry?
You are okay? aha
Good. Amazing is.
urimo uvuga ku ijwi ryo hasi
Why you so not too loud or not?
ndashaka ko mwumva ko nta muntu hano udafite uburenganzira bwo gutanga igitekerezo cyiwe.
I want you to feel very comfortable and feel like you can ask any
kandi
question.
mugerageze kumva ko aha twaje kuhiga ibintu
And feel like we are here just to learn things,
bisanzwe
normal things,
ariko bishobora kutugira abadasanzwe.
that will make us to be special people.
Iyo niyo purpose yacu.
That's the purpose of us being
Niyo
here.
mpamvu turi hano.
That's why we came.
Buriya abantu bose mubona badasanzwe,
Most of the people that you see that are special,
abo bantu
those people,
babaye badasanzwe kubera ko bakoze ibintu bisanzwe,
they became special just by doing normal things.
ariko bakabikora mu buryo buri serious.
And they did it in a serious way,
Sibyo?
isn't it?
Ninde ukina basket?
Who plays basketball here? Almost everyone. Yeah.
Everyone. Eh?
Yeah.
Mwese mukina basket?
You all play basketball?
Murayikunda?
You like it?
Role model wawe ninde muri basket?
Who is your role model?
LeBron James.
LeBron.
Aha. Wewe? 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 Anabandi ndaza kubabaza kubera iki different role models.
Why do you have different role
Wewe
models?
wavuze ngo ninde?
Okay.
Kubera iki?
Why? Because he is better shooting.
Niwe mwiza kuruta uwo wewe.
Why you not
Eh?
a fan of
Wewe
LeBron?
kubera iki?
He believes in himself.
Arizera.
Arizera
He believes in
wenyine.
himself. Yeah.
Very confident.
Is
Confident.
very confident. Wow. Aha. Umwe aravuga ngo ni umushuta mwiza,
One says he's the best at shooting,
undi akavuga ngo
and the other says
confident.
he's so confident.
Kubera iki nje mutambelieving ntari umurimo modo wanyu.
Why am I not your role model?
He said basketball. Yeah, you said basketball.
Because you say you don't play basketball.
Kubera ko ndakina
Basketball.
aho ngaho rero.
Now here there.
Aho turakuri.
Now.
Gikomeye.
Yeah.
Kubera iki nuko nje ndakina?
Why am I not a player?
Nuko ndakina basketball. Niyo mpamvu ntari umurimo modo wanyu.
That's why I'm not your role
Kandi
model,
muri
because I don't play
basketball
basketball.
mufite icyo
While you are fans and players to be for
buriya
basketball.
rero ntabwo byaje overnight
And this did not just come overnight.
ngo ijoro rimwe yisange ari fema nka
And when one night they just found themselves very
musanga ari
famous
umuntu w'igitangaza
to be who they are right now.
icyo yakoze ni
The
iki?
thing that they did,
Ni ukwitoza.
they practiced.
Yakoze iki? Kwitoza.
They practiced.
Kwitoza si ibintu bisanzwe?
Practicing is regular, I think.
Mwebwe
Normal
mubona atari
thing.
ibintu bisanzwe?
Just normal things to do. Yeah.
Ni ibintu bigize gute?
They are
Okay.
practicing is normal.
Aha. Yes. Ni ibintu bigize gute?
They are normal things
Byamuhinduye iki?
that made him
Umuntu
to
udasanzwe.
be a special person.
Muriho murabyumva?
Do you understand?
Ni ukuvuga ngo ibi biganiro dufite uno munsi
The conversation we are having here,
ni kimwe mu myitozo.
it is one of the
It is
practices
very important.
bikenewe by'ingenzi
Ikenewe cyane.
that are needed. Yeah.
Yaguhindura umuntu udasanzwe.
That could make you to be
Niba
a
ushaka
special
guhinduka umuntu
person.
udasanzwe?
Do you want to be special people?
Ninde ushaka guhinduka umuntu
Who wants to
udasanzwe?
be special people?
Ni uguha agaciro ibi bintu
Is
tugiye
to
kugira.
value what we're going to
Ibi
mention,
tugiye kuganira.
what we're going to share.
That's it.
Nibyo.
Ni uko nguko bimeze.
That's how it is.
Noneho rero tugiye kuganira ibintu bikeya cyane
Now we're only going to say a few
mu
words
bintu bishobora
of the
kudufasha
things that will help us
kutugira abantu
to
badasanzwe
become special persons
muri iki gihe cyacu,
in this time,
muri iyi generasiyo
in this
yacu,
generation,
no muri next
and
generation.
in the next
Akaba ari
generation.
twebwe tuzaba turimo tuvugwa.
And we'll be
hanze,
the ones to be spoken of.
ariko njyewe nkunda soka.
I
Niko
like
mwita hano.
soccer so much.
Ninde mukinnyi mwemera muri soka?
Who do you know playing soccer? Who is your role model in soccer?
Inde?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Ninde Ronaldo obviously.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Yes. Messi. Who supporting Barcelona?
Also a fan. Ronaldo.
Messi. Ronaldo. Abemera Ronaldo ni bande?
Ronaldo's fan.
Abemera
Messi
Messi.
fan.
Why?
Kubera iki? Why?
Kubera iki wowe wemera Ronaldo?
What are you a fan of Ronaldo?
Wewe ni Ronaldo cyangwa ni Messi?
Ronaldo.
Kubera iki Ronaldo?
Why are you a fan of Ronaldo?
Because he really focuses on like hard work too.
Arakora cyane afite intumbero.
Yes. Wewe wavuze ngo kubera iki Ronaldo?
Because he's a goat.
He's a goal?
He focused. Yeah, he's the best player.
Yeah. Ni umukinnyi mwiza udasanzwe.
Wewe kubera iki Ronaldo? Nawe ni Ronaldo? Him. Ronaldo kubera iki?
Because he's a really good soccer player.
Kuko ari umukinnyi mwiza w'umupira.
Wewe wavuze ngo ni Messi? Kubera iki?
Because when he stumbles, he gets up and
Kuko iyo yabyutse, iyo aguye ababyutse. Iyo anyereye ababyutse.
Ntaza atinda hasi.
Yeah.
Ikindi?
he's going.
Nawe ni umuntu udasanzwe.
Ni umuntu udasanzwe.
Yeah.
Yes. Aho ngaho rero
Now here then,
murabyumva neza.
you understand it well.
Buri ikintu cy'ingenzi gituma mubemera
The essential thing that makes you
Nuko
believe
bakoze
in
ibintu
them
biri normal.
is because they did normal things,
baritojeje
they practiced,
baba hard workers
and they hard worked,
barakora cyane
they worked hard,
barangize bubaka amazina
and
yabo.
then build their own names.
Iyo rero ushaka kubaka amazina,
If you want to be your name,
iyo ushaka kubaka izina
if you want to
ryawe,
build your name,
iyo ushaka kuba
if you
umuntu
want to be a person
ufite igisobanuro mu isi,
that has a meaning in the world,
hari ibintu by'ingenzi
there are things that
wakagombye
you
kwitaho.
should be doing. And
Niyo uvuganye n'abariya nabo,
when you speak with them,
ntabo ndabona amahirwe yo kuvugana nabo
I haven't
umwe
had
ku
this
wundi.
chance to speak
Ariko
with them.
njyewe ndi umumemba wa Manchester United.
I am a member of Manchester United.
Ronaldo yakinyemo
That
naho
in the team
yubaka izina
Ronaldo
ryiwe cyane.
played and built the
Iyo
name in that
uganiriye
team.
n'abantu bakiniye Manchester bariya bemerwa cyane,
If you have a chance to speak with those famous players of Manchester,
legend abo bita ngo
the
n'aba legend,
legends of Manchester,
bariya
those ones,
usanga ikintu icyo bari bahuriyeho cyo bita icyita rusange,
the common denominator of them,
icyita rusange cyabo
the thing they have in common,
ni ishyaka ryaranze ubuzima
it is
bwabo
the zeal they showed, they manifested in
no
their lives,
kumva abatoza babo,
and to listen to their coaches.
abatoza babo
Their
abatoza
trainers,
banyahangaha
and your trainers here,
ni twebwe,
they are your trainers,
ni Pastor Dan
Pastor Dan and the team,
n'abandi bakorana,
and all the teachers,
abo nibo batuma wumva mwakwicara,
and you can now sit. You can now sit. You can now sit.
nibo batuma
You can sit now. If you want, you can stand.
yes,
That's fine.
ushaka guhagarara ahagarare,
Yeah.
ushaka kwicara yicare.
Yeah.
Abo ngabo nibo bumviye inama babagendeye,
Those they believed in the counsels they were given,
bituma babasha kugira gute,
and now they
babasha
reached,
kuimprovinga ubuzima
they
bwabo
improved and reached and
ku rwego
improved their
uburyo
lives
uwo ari we wese yifuza kumera
up
nkabo.
to a level everybody can wish to be at.
Niba ushaka kubaka iyo kariyeri,
If now you want to build that career,
so ubu nyine
now
twebwe nk'abantu bazi neza,
we are the people who knows well,
nk'ababyeyi,
as parents,
abapasitori,
pastors,
abavugabutumwa,
preachers,
abarezi,
educators.
twatekereje ko
We thought
kubaganiriza muri iki
that
gihe
coming and to have a conversation with you in this time
bishobora kububaka,
will build you
bikabaha umurongo
and give you a direction
ku buryo icyo ushaka kugeraho
in a way that everything that you want to reach,
ukigeraho,
you'll achieve it.
kandi ukakigeraho
And you'll be there
uri umuntu muzima
being a very good man, woman,
wubatse ku buryo bw'umubiri,
who's built physically,
mu buryo bw'umwuka,
in a spiritual way,
no mu buryo bw'ubugingo.
and in a way of the soul.
ubugingo bwawe iyo ari buzima,
when your soul is very healthy
umwuka wawe ukaba muzima,
and your spirit is clean
umubiri wawe ukaba muzima,
and your body is well,
ubu uri umuntu wakora icyo ushaka cyose.
you are a man, a woman who can do everything.
Ubu uri umuntu wakora icyo ushaka
You
cyose.
can do everything that you want to do.
Aho niho ngiye kurangiriza ibiganiro byanjye.
That's when I'm going to end my conversation.
Iyo abantu kenshi
Most of the time people,
twita ku mubiri,
we care about the body, the flesh,
twibagirwa ko umuntu
and we ignore that a man
afite n'ubugingo
has the soul
bukeneye kwitabwaho
that needs to be taken care of,
nk'uko
as you
twita ku mubiri.
we care about the body.
Mwese uko mbabona ahangaha
As you can see, look at you,
murakeye cyane,
you look very clean,
muri smart,
you're very well looking,
mwambaye neza,
you are well dressed,
mwariye neza,
you ate well.
uhereye ku rukweto. Hano nta muntu urimo ugenda ibirenge.
We don't have anybody without a shoe here. No.
Twe njyewe aho nkomoka
Where I came from,
muri Congo,
in Congo,
twigeze tuba mu
we
buzima
once lived in life.
imyaka nk'iyanyu,
At your age,
kubona urukweto cyari ikibazo.
to have a shoe was an issue. Yeah.
Njyewe ndibuka igihe naguriwe urukweto.
I remember the first day I bought my first shoe.
Yes, ubundi nagendaga nta rukweto.
I used to go without any
Mvura.
shoe. In the rain,
mu zuba,
on the sun,
haba impamvu zituma njya mu ishyamba,
and if there was a reason for me to go in the forest,
kandi nizo zari nyinshi cyane,
and it was a place of forest,
nkagenda nta rukweto,
and I'll go without shoes,
ngerageza kurebaho
trying to see where I'll be
aho
stepping,
ndimukandagire, narangara gatoya ingwa rikinjira mu kirere,
and probably thorns will I'll step on them.
ariko
But
ngenda niga,
and I learned,
mpangana n'ibibazo nari mfite,
facing the issues that I had,
tekereza ko ikintu cyatumye mbuwo ndi uno
and I
munsi
believe that the thing that made me become
nuko
who I am,
ababyeyi banje bitaye
it
ku
is
bugingo
because my
bwanje
parents cared about my soul
n'umwuka
and
wanje,
my spirit,
nubwo iby'umubiri byo bitari bihari.
even though the things of the flesh were not present.
Aha, icyo kintu
Do you
muracyumvishije?
understand?
Muracyumva?
Do you understand it?
Ntimushobora kubyumva
You can understand it
ngo mubone picture.
and have the picture.
Je ndi mu myaka nk'iyanyu,
When I was
exactly,
at your age,
y'abamwe ahangaha mu
some of you around 9, 8,
9,
9,
10,
10.
aho nari mu gace kabamo inyamaswa nyinshi cyane,
I live in a place with a lot of animals.
guhura n'ingwe,
To encounter a leopard or
guhura n'intare,
a lion,
guhura n'imbogo,
to go and find a buffalo.
ibyo byose
All of those,
nahuraga nabyo atari uko ngiye kubivisitinga,
I was not visiting them.
nahuraga nabyo
I'll
mpanganye
just
nabyo,
meet them running away.
bishobora kuntwara ubuzima
Probably they could even kill me
kubera agace nari nduwemo kari
because of the area we
kegereye ahantu hari
lived. It was
inyamaswa
closer
nyinshi.
to a forest.
Kurara hanze kuri njyewe
So spending night outside of the house,
ntabwo byari uburyo bwo
it
kwinezeza.
was not a way to just
Nagiye muri camp,
to go to camping.
nabaga ndi nshaka ubuzima, nshaka kubaho,
No, I wanted to have a way to live
gusavayivinga kugira
and
ngo
to
mbashe kubaho.
survive.
Aha, mwabyumvishije?
Do you get it?
nimumva ko ubuzima bwanjye bwari muri
You
danger.
can understand that my life was endangered.
Abafite abaparenti ba my age,
Those who had the parents of my age, those who have parents who are my age,
cyangwa
his
ba
age,
sekuru bangana
or
nanjye,
probably your grandparents are his age,
cyangwa ba anko bangana
or
nanjye,
uncles of his age.
benshi bahuye n'ubuzima
Most of those lived the same life I lived,
ariko babayeho,
but they lived
kandi nibo bababyaye,
and they gave birth to
nibo
you,
batumye muri hano.
and they are the ones who made you to be here.
Murabyumva?
Do you get it?
Ariko ikintu cyangombwa
But the
cyabafashije
important thing that helped them,
ubugingo bwabo
it's their soul
n'umwuka wabo
and their spirit
byari bizima.
were clean and healthy.
Noneho tuza kugeraho natwe
And now came a time
hateguye ku buryo
that it was well prepared
muri
that
environment ishobora gutuma
in an environment that could help us
n'umubiri noneho uba
to have now a clean body.
ndibaza ko na Pastor Den
And I
mubwiye
believe that even Pastor Dan,
ukamubwira ubuzima bumwe njyewe naciyemo,
and you narrate to Pastor Dan the life I went
yakumva gusa
through,
ari nk'uku kwa movie.
he might maybe think this is a movie.
noneho rero mwebwe
Now to you
mufite amahirwe
who are lucky enough
yo kuba ubuzima bwanyu umubiri wanyu
that now your body, your flesh
ukeneye ku mubiri wawe kiri covered.
everything that you need in the world, the body is covered. If you need a cloth,
ugira amashati angahe?
how many shirts you have?
Ntuyazi.
He cannot count.
Njyewe nzi igihe
So I know when
nshobora kuba nari mfite gusa waba ufite umwenda umwe
that I only had one
wagira
cloth.
waba ufite ibiri kikaba ari igitangaza.
Having two was like a miracle.
D'abord nkubwiye ko njyewe nzi igihe nambariye urukweto.
I know when I first wore my first shoe.
Ibyo rero urumva ko iby'umubiri byose biri covered.
So now everything of the flesh you need is covered.
Muri mu nje mu myaka yanyu
At your age,
nabaga hari ahantu ndi nkaba nzi ko ntari burye.
I will live not knowing that I eat that day.
Kandi nkamenya ko ntari burye,
and I'll know that I won't eat that day.
Atari uko niyirije shaka
Not
gusenga.
that I have fasted.
Kubera ko ntafite icyo kugira gute.
Because I didn't have food.
Ndafite icyo kurya.
I didn't have food.
Ariko ngakonteninga.
But I'll just contain myself.
Ubuzima bwanje
Okay, my life is
ntabyo
good.
kurya mfite.
I don't have food.
Ariko ndabaho.
But I'm living.
Mwabyumvishije?
Do you understand?
Ako gasori
murakumva story?
Muri mwe hari umuntu wari waratekereza ngo ejo mushobora kutabona icyo kurya.
Among us you do have you spent a night thinking what I'm going to eat? No one of you.
Aho ngaho rero
Now
niyo mpamvu Aimable yavuze,
that's why Mabel said
mwebwe
you
mwakagombye kuba generation
should be a generation yep
izakora ibitangaza.
that will do wonderful things.
Uko mufite ibyo mukeneye byose
Because you have everything you need right
kugira ngo
now
mubashe kubaho.
to be those great people.
Ikindi mabwira niki indi story ngiye kubabwira ni iyihe?
That want to mention.
Nimara noneho tujye muri ma group
And
works.
after that we're going to do group discussions and
The group
things
discussion ibyo tugomba gukora.
of things we're going to do.
Njyewe niga.
When I was studying, yeah,
nigeze nandika akantu tukikoresha email nk'uburyo bwo guchattinga nk'uko muchattinga kuri social media.
so long time ago we were using emails for regular chats at our time. Before social time.
Ugasanga dufite group y'abantu nka 500 cyangwa 1000
and we'll have this group of 500 people to
chattinga kuri email kuko social media za restaurants za
social media.
Kandi sikera ni mu nejo muri za 98 n'icenda
in the 1998 99
ntera urwenya mbwira abantu nibutsa abantu twiganye.
And I was reminding those we went to school with
ubuzima twabayemo,
the life we lived in.
kugira ngo nje ku ishuri njyewe
For me to go to school
byantwaraga byibuza nk'amasaha 2 nk'isaha cyangwa isaha n'igice cyangwa amasaha
1 hour and a half working to go to school.
Murabyumva nk'amasaha 2 kugira ngo rero ngere ku ishuri twatangiraga saa 2 saa 3.
For me to be at school at 8 a.m.
byasabwa kuba nabyutse
it required me to wake up
nka saa 11
to wake up around 5 a.m.
Ikigira kabiri mu rugo iwacu,
second at home,
amazi twayavomaga bitugoye
for us to have watch
kubona amazi yo koga buri munsi,
and it was not possible for you to get water to shower every day.
ndababwira story nababwiye abandi baraseka cyane.
And I want to tell you this story. And
ku ishuri badusabaga kuba turi clean,
and at school they ask us to shower every day,
kuba twose
to come clean,
kandi ukaba utabona amazi mu rugo,
but there's no water at home.
kuko kujya kuvoma amazi nabyo
To go fetch water
byantwaraga nk'indi saha.
will take us 1 hour going.
Icyo gihe ubyutse nijoro
So if you wake up at night
ujya kuvoma amazi,
to fetch water,
wagombaga guhura n'ingurube
you have to meet
cyangwa na zangwe navuze,
all the lions and
bari
leopards.
kukwemere kujya kuvoma amazi.
You were now allowed to go that night to go fetch water.
Byasabaga ko nyine mugenda muri group,
So you have to go in the groups,
mukagenda muri kohorte y'abantu nka 5
and you
6
go 5 of you 6
mujya ku ishuri.
going at school.
Iyo wagiraga amahirwe imvura ikaba yagwa,
And if you were not lucky and that it will be raining,
ugasanga hari ahantu hari ikiziba,
and found like a stream, a pond of water.
ya amazi warayafata koga ugasiga ku maguru,
just try to clean yourself, your legs,
mwarimu abone kuko uwoze,
for the teacher to see that you can.
utabona ikiziba,
If you would not like it to find that pond of water,
ugatagetinga ahantu hari ibyatsi,
you target where we have grasses maybe around
hari ikime,
with the dew on it,
ugapfukamamo ukagenda
and you
gutya,
kneel in those
wambaye
grasses,
ikabutura ukazamurika butura
trying to
ukagenda gutya,
get some of the water
kugira ngo umugize gute,
for you to look like
kugira wamara
showered.
ukisiga amazi ahantu
And
hose.
after showering in that way, if I may.
mwebwe hano iwanyu buri wese mwabo bafite
So here it's different. You have water, you just shower,
mufite bath.
take a bath, everything.
Murabyumva?
Do you get it?
no rero ikintu cyari kigoye cyane
So the hardest now was
kugira ngo ugende amasaha abiri
for you to work for 2 hours,
uri umwana w'imyaka itandatu
being 6,
umunani,
7, 8.
ntibyari gukunda ko nta hantu habaga resitora,
So there was no
nta
restaurant.
hantu hari gukura amasinakisi yo kurya.
There was no snacks.
Mama yakokerezaga
Your mom
ikigori
will bake
ikigori
corn, roast the corn,
akotsa ikigori
and
cyangwa
then roast
akagiteka,
it or cook it.
bitaba ari ikigori
If it will be a corn,
kikaba ari ikijumba,
it will be like a potato.
kuko bitari byemerewe kuzana ibiryo mu ishuri.
Because it was not allowed
ubu
to
nibwo nyabitekereza
bring
nkibaza
food
impamvu
at school.
batemera ko tubizana mu
So
ishuri.
now I know why they didn't allow food
icyasekeje
in class.
abashuti banjye,
So what made my friend laugh?
twagiraga ahantu tubihisha mu ishyamba,
We had a place in the forest to hide
ahantu
our
hegereye
food,
ishuri,
closer to the schools,
noneho wagera mukiga
and you'll study
mukarangiza nka saa saba,
and you finish around
kuko
1 p.m. school,
mu gutaha kuva aho ngaho muragera mu rugo nka saa kenda cyangwa saa kumi.
because you still have 2 hours going back home.
wagombaga
from
kujya
school.
gushaka ibyo kurya
So you have
wasize uhishe hehe,
Find the food that you hid somewhere,
ugasanga imbeba,
and you find that rats,
niba ari ikigori wagira amahirwe
and if it was corn,
ugasanga yariye nk'igice,
find that the rat ate half of your corn that you hid,
nawe ikagusigira ikindi
and
gice.
will leave you half of it.
ubwo wagombaga kurya igice
So you have to eat the left
wasigiwe n'iki,
left from the rat,
wasigiwe n'imbeba,
left from the rats
ariko
or the mouse.
ukabaho
But you live,
ukarya igice,
you eat the half,
wagera mu rugo
and getting home,
ukabona kubona ibindi byo
now
kurya.
you'll find the other food.
Twagiraga amata menshi,
So we had a lot of milk, though,
ariko ntitwagiraga ibikoresho
but we don't
tuyabika.
have things to keep or to store the milk.
kubona icupa,
To have a cup
like icupa
bottle?
cyangwa akajerekani,
or a gallon,
byasabaga ko umubyeyi wawe yagize amahirwe yo kugera i
you would
Bujumbura,
require parents to travel to
kugera
the
i
capital
Bujumbura. ahantu
cities
twari dutuye
and
n'i
bring back
Bujumbura,
gallons.
rwari urugendo rw'icyumweru cyose
It was
n'amaguru.
far to get to the
So
cities.
nta modoka
So we didn't have cars.
njyewe nabonye igare bwa mbere
I first saw a bicycle
ngiye muri segonderi,
when I was going to my secondary school.
ariko twigaga ku ishuri igare
But we will study in school about bicycle.
tukiga lagri,
Bicycle. We'll study
ibi biterura,
the lifters, heavy lifting
yes,
machines.
tukiga ibiki mule,
We'll study the
machine
grounding machines.
yes, tukabyiga mu bitabo gusa
We learn
tutarabibona.
them in books without seeing them.
Bakadushushanyiriza igare,
They'll draw bicycles.
ariko turangiza twize tumenya ibyo dushaka.
In those conditions, we learned
So,
and we were knowledgeable.
mwebwe
So now
muri abantu beza
you are so great
bashobora uhereye ku bikinisho mubona,
from things, the toys you have,
bashobora kubibona
that can see things
bakamenya ibyo barimo.
and know things.
Muratekereza mufite impamvu yatuma
Do
mudaperforminga
you
neza?
think you have a reason to not succeed?
Hariyo mutekereza?
Do you think of any reason? No.
Ntayo
You
mwakagombye
don't
kuba
have a
mufite.
reason. You don't have a reason.
Yeah. So tugiye rero
Now we're going to
gutekereza ku tuntu nka tungahe gusa,
think about 2 things,
kubera ko ndimo mbona
because I'm saying that
dukeneye kuganira.
because we need to talk about some things.
Ndagira ngo tuganire mu magroup.
I want you to share in groups, respective groups.
Ndashaka kureba isaha bunyine ni already iriya saha nikora neza 54 igiye kuba 12. almost mukeneye ka rest, mukeneye ka pause.
So I think you'll need some.
Ubu tugiye kuganira mu magroup
So we're going to share.
kubera ko ndashaka
conversations
kumva
groups.
abantu bose bavuga.
Because I want to hear from different people.
Sibyo?
Yeah.
Ndashaka ko dukora group
I want to do some
5
discussion
groups.
Maybe 5 groups.
nimara ndababwira ibintu tugiye kuganira.
And I'll tell you
buri group ndayibwira icyo
Things that we're going to
tuganiraho,
discuss and
uburyo
share.
dukeneye
The groups,
support dukeneye
the kind of support we need,
na dukeneye
That we-
tutabona
that we need, that we don't see.
kugira ngo tuba abantu dukeneye kubabo.
For us to be people we should become.
Sibyo?
Isn't it?
Niturangiza ibyo ndakeka ko session yacu
After that, it'll be the end of this session.
yeah, kugira ngo dukorane twese
For us to work all
ndagira ngo
together,
dukore ama group
we want to do some small
5 groups
5 groups.
tugiye kubara.
We're going to count.
Uvuga ngo 1.
1.
Nuvuga ngo 1 uraba
If
uri
you say
muri
1,
group 1.
you'll be in group 1.
Nuvuga ngo 2
If you
uraba uri
say
muri
2,
group 2.
be in group 2.
3 group 3.
3 group 3.
4 group 4.
4 group 4.
5 group 5.
5 group
Uvuga
ya gatanu.
1
1, 2,
3 hano hari 4. Yes, yagiye muri bathroom. 4 5. Nukuvuga ngo wowe uri group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. Kugira ngo bitaza kutugora, reka nsabe group 1 agende hari.
Let us group 1 to go on that side.
Group 2 urajya he? Come. Genda hariya.
Group 2, yeah.
Yeah. Group 3 genda the other side. Group 4 irasigara
You
hano.
can stay here.
Group 5 wakwigira
here.
hari.
Yeah.
Ngwino now.
You can come too.
Come. Kugira ngo hano hasigaye group
4.
kugira ngo byorohe wowe uri hano ngwino aragusanga hano. Come.
Yeah, this is group 4.
We need group 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Tugende
1,
1.
it's there.
Sanga mugenzi wawe hariya.
You can join him.
2 haguruka.
Group 2.
2 sanga group 3 yagiye he? Ngwino.
Group
Ngwino.
3.
Sanga group 3 hariya.
Yep.
Group 4
4, you
ngwino
stay
hano.
here. You
Stay here.
Yeah.
Group 5 ngwino.
5.
Sanga 1.
1 is this one.
Uriya uraza kumusanga hano. Yeah. 1 yagiye hariya. 2. Yeah. 3. Mwabyumvishe? 3. 4 here. Group irimo iragira abantu. Come boy. Hano. Ngwino hano wewe. 5. Join him. Join them hariya. Watangiye ukarikira group ushaka kujyamo? Orishatse kwicara aho ngaho gusa. 5 wewe 5.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
5, yeah.
That's 5. We are making groups.
We're making groups.
Those are your group mate.
Yeah.
1 come.
1 is this one. Yes.
2
2.
haguruka ufashe byisha. 3
3.
4
4.
5
And 5.
this here. 1
1 this one.
2
2 group 2.
3 No, you are 4.
That's your group. Somebody else is here. Don't worry. Yeah.
3,
All of these.
4, come here. 5, here. Give them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come here.
There is no better group than the other.
Now better group here and a bad group here. Okay. Doki. Yeah. Abaye. Yeah. Kubera ko izi group ziri close, mwebwe mwakwigira hariya.
Or maybe these.
Yes. Yeah. You can just. Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Meze gute?
Meze neza?
Are you okay?
Are you ready?
You ready for this?
Ndagira ngo tuganire.
I wanna have this discussion with you.
Hari ibintu by'ingenzi dukeneye.
We have these essential things that we need
kugira ngo tubashe kuzaba abo
for
twifuza
us
kuba
to
mu
be
buzima.
people who wants to be in life.
Kuvuga ngo mu bintu bitanu by'ingenzi nahisemo
Among the
tuganira,
5 things that I chose to share,
icya mbere ni family and parenting role.
the first one is the role of family and parenting,
Kuinfluencinga ubuzima bwawe
to how that influence your life
kugira ngo ugere ku cyo ushaka kugeraho.
for you to reach things that you want to reach in life.
Ubwo rero birasaba ko
So it requires that
dukora ikiganiro,
we have this discussion
ibintu tubona family yadufashamo
of the things we think the family should help us with,
kugira ngo tubashe
for us to be
kugera ku nzozi zacu.
able to reach and to live our dreams.
Murabyumva?
Do you get it?
Ni ibihe
What are those things?
ibintu dufashamo?
The things that the family could help us with.
Iyo tuvuze ibyo dufasha yakagombye kudufashamo,
The thing the family should be doing or giving us.
tureba n'ibyo itadufashamo ariko yakagombye
And we
kudufasha.
should mention those things the family should be giving us.
Ibyo ari byo byose twese hano tuva mu miryango,
However it looks, we all come from families.
sibyo?
It should be
Ushobora
like that.
gusanga izina ryawe witwa nde?
Nene.
Nene. Dushobora gusanga family ya Nene
Probably we might find that the family of Nene
hari ibyo yitaho,
cares a lot on some
Which one there?
things. What's your name? Logan.
hari ibyo family ya Logan
That the family of Logan
ititaho.
does not care too much
Kuganira
about.
kwacu tugatekereza ibintu bitanu
And we can think of 5 things
ifamily zidufashamo
that
kugira
our
ngo
families helping us
twiteze imbere,
with to develop
tuba
ourselves,
abantu dushaka
to
kubabo.
become people who wants to be.
Ibyo ngibyo
And those things
biradufasha kumva ibyo family zikora ni ibihe,
and that will help us to know things that the family
ibyo family zidakora
will do, what
ni
families
ibihe
are not doing
byakagombye gukora,
that should be
hanyuma noneho
to
ibyo
done.
twifuza
And then things we
kugira ngo
want
tugere ku nzozi
for
zacu.
us to reach our
Ni ibihe?
dreams. What are those things?
Ubwo mwakwandika
So
mugafata umuntu
you
umwe
can
wandika,
write
noneho mwarangiza muraza
and
kubitubwira
then you're going to share with the whole team.
muraza kubibwira whole team.
So 5 things that families are helping or are not helping you that you need to reach.
Muraza
to
gutora
dreams.
umuntu uza gupresenting.
And we'll have the team speaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ubaha urupapuro na barahitamo.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can choose.
But
You can
You can choose. I don't
turaba
know.
uburenganzira bwo
ikibazo
gucuzinga.
iyo bagiye gucuzinga bonyine ntibajya bemera
Okay.
iyo
ducuzinze nenewe.
Okay, let's choose here. We know this is going to lead.
Nindi uyobora abandi?
Who is going to lead?
Who is happy to lead? You want to lead?
Good.
Okay.
Good. So 5 things the family you can-
mushobora no gukora 10.
even 10
Ibyo mutekereza byose family na parenting
about family and parenting.
bakagombye kuba bagomba gukora,
5 or 10 things that the family should be doing to help you, or 5 things they are not doing that they should be doing to help you reach to your dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Umeze neza?
Yeah.
Eh? Mwishimiye umwitozo?
Do you like this exercise?
Yes.
Yes.
We niba ushaka kuba wamwe ngo ushaka kuba nkande muri basket?
No, it's Steph, I guess.
Just in the
So you said? Who was your role model in basketball? You said, oh yeah, Steph. Yeah.
Yes. Niba ushaka kumuba
If you want to
urebe
be like
n'ibindi
him,
by'ubuzima bwa what icyo dreaminga kuzaba.
whatever thing you're dreaming about.
Okay.
Okay.
Ni group 2 iri hehe?
Group 2. Yeah.
Tugende group 2. Hey, group 2. Mumenye kandi ko ibyo mukora mwese
Know that everything you're doing,
ni mubikora neza murumva ko group
if
yanyu
you do it well,
iba yatekereje byinshi
so
byiza.
your group
You
will
see?
be.
Pen. Oh, fatira ndebe.
Maybe. Good. Do you have pens? Yes, we have pens.
You have enough?
I'm gathering now. I got a few. We only need one person to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a few.
Yeah.
Group 2. Group 2 nindu ready to leadinga.
Who's ready to lead? Group 2.
You will lead.
You can write. Oh, okay. You're going to be the writer.
Yes, he's going to be the writer.
Take that.
Yes. Education. Muri group
Education.
Muri group ya education.
Your group name is like the topic is education. Yeah.
You see? Mugiye kuganira
So you're going to discuss
how uburyo
how
education ishobora kubafasha
can help you
kuba abantu
to become
mushaka kubabo.
people you want to be.
Sibyo? Ni ibintu ni kubera iki
Why
tugomba kwita kuri
we
education
have to take to keep or to be educated
kugira ngo tubashe kugera
for
ku byo
us to reach to things we dream about.
our goals.
Our
Yes.
goals, yeah.
Ibyiza
Good things
ariko n'imbogamizi muhura nazo
and challenges you encounter
kugira ngo mubashe kugera kuri education
to reach to that education you want,
mushaka kwifuza.
that you want or you wish to.
Topic ya nyiroroshye cyane.
The topic is straightforward, I guess.
Murabyumva?
Yeah.
Yes. Mutangire muganire
So,
rero mwandike muraza
take notes
kubipresentinga
and then
hari.
you're going to present.
Yes.
Yeah. You can circle around.
So, yeah. Mushobora, yes.
You can use this one.
Do this one.
Okay.
3. Yanyu ni group kabisa.
So this is the group now.
Group 3.
Group 3. Group 3.
Wewe wamaze kuba
So
group leader.
she's the group writer. Lead. So
Urandika
she'll lead
iwavuge.
and will speak. Good.
Group 3 turiga hejuru ya community and social institutions. Community
And social institutions. And social institution.
social institution murazizi?
Do you know
Zihe?
about social institutions?
Like colleges, schools,
Churches.
Yeah. Churches.
Many
Clubs,
churches,
social clubs.
social clubs.
Yeah.
Is on social institution.
Yeah.
Na community
The
dusara
community in general.
in general.
Yeah.
Ni ibiki
What are the things?
dusanga muri community
The things that we find in the community
na
and
social institutions
social institutions
bidufasha
that will help us
kugira ngo tube abo twifuza
to
kuba.
become people we want to be.
support.
Yes.
Like what the support you're getting from those communities, social institutions.
Like the support that we're getting from them.
Yes.
What are the support?
Noneho
Like the resources you're getting there.
muri community,
in the community,
muri churches,
in the churches,
muri clubs,
in the clubs,
zidufasha
that will help
kuba
us
abantu beza
to become good people
dushaka kubabo.
that we want to be.
Ariko ni ibihe bindi
But what are the other things
duhura nabyo
that we face or encounter
muri community
in the community
na social
and
institutions
social institutions
bitubangamira,
that will trouble us, that will affect us, will challenge us,
bigatuma
and make us
dutakaza focus ya
lose our focus
tutababo twifuza
and
kuba.
not become whom we want to be.
Mushaka munatekereze twabi overcome.
And how can we overcome that? You can even go beyond that.
Sibyo?
Yep.
Kirumvikana neza?
Is it clear?
Clear?
Okay.
Tagire mu discuss.
So now try to discuss, bring in some ideas.
Ubwo ngubwo very
Yep.
good, very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Uyu namukunze cyane. Wowe muri abantu b'abagabo ndabimenye kabisa. Yes, high five. Be excited. Mwumve ko mukangutse mutekereze. Nababwiye ngo icyo mushaka kuzaba cyo mugitegura ubunyine. Nimufata umwanya wo gutekereza rero, ibyo mutekereza muzatangira kuzajya mubona, iki kirashaka kumbuza my focus, iki kirashaka kungeza ku ntego yanjye, uciteho cyane. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is group 4.
Group
4.
Okay. Group 4. Hey. Ninde
Who
mulida?
wants to be the leader?
Ura leadinga?
To read or to lead?
Ninde wandika?
Who's going to write?
Yes. Topic yacu is very interesting.
The topic is so interesting.
Media
Media
and technology.
and technology.
Media and technology.
Media and technology.
Muribuka ko intego icyo turimo tuganira hano,
So you can recall that the theme of us
turashaka
and theme
kuba
of us
abantu
being here,
b'intangarugero.
we want to be examples.
Turashaka kuba abantu twifuza
We
kuba bo beza hari.
want to reach to our goals of being who we want to be, to become.
Media
The media
and
and
technology
technology.
idufasha gute kugira ngo
How
tugere
is the
kuri goal
media and
yacu?
technology helping us to reach to our goals?
Media and technology
How is the media and technology helping us to reach?
itwonona gute, itubuza gute kugera kuri.
How is it affecting us in a negative way to reach out to our goals?
Mubi discussingeho.
Discuss on those.
Nimumara muvuge icya gatatu,
And the third,
muvuge ngo ni gute dushobora ku overcominga izo challenge
How?
ziterwa na media
How do
kugira
we-
ngo tudata focus yacu.
how do we overcome those challenges from the media and
Kugira ngo tudata focus yacu.
for us to not lose our focus?
Okay?
Yeah.
Kirumvikana?
Is it clear?
Muhite mutangira gutanga
And
ibitekerezo.
try to brainstorm.
None nimurangiza
And after you're done,
muraza gutora
we're going
umukozi.
to have a presenter from this group. Yeah. Group 5.
Group 5. Hey.
Okay.
Language.
The language. The language.
Yes.
Yep.
English, Kinyarwanda. Muziko ishingiro ry'ubumenyi bwose
Do you know that the foundation of all the knowledge
rishingiye ku muco wawe
is based to your culture
n'ururimi rwawe
and your language
kugira ngo ubashe kugera ku ntego y'icyo ushaka
for you
kugeraho.
to reach out to your goals?
Ni ibihe bintu byiza
What are the good things
byo kumenya, byo kugira iryo shingiro.
to have that basis or that foundation?
Iki kiraza kumvikana neza.
Let's explain again.
Nimutumva mumbaze neza.
If you don't get the theme, the topic, let's again repeat it.
Umuco wawe,
Your culture,
ururimi rwawe
your language.
rugufasha kwiga,
It helps you to study,
rugufasha kubana
helps
n'abandi,
you to live with other people,
rugufasha kugera ku ntego
helps you
zawe.
to reach to your goals.
Ni gute?
How?
Ndagira ngo ibi mbigire clear cyane
Let
kuri
me
mwebwe.
clarify on this.
Ni gute?
How?
Ni izihe mbogamizi mufite
What are the challenges you have
zo kuba mutumva
the challenge you have to not understand.
neza ururimi ababyeyi ba benshi muri mwebwe bakoresha.
What are the challenges of you having parents who cannot speak clearly or fluently English, your language?
No, kugira ngo mubashe kumva ko muri environment mufite mwisanzuyemo.
For you to feel very comfortable in the environment you're living in.
Nize mbogamizi mufite?
What are the challenges you have?
Ni gute muzi overcome?
How do you overcome them? Basically, how do you feel challenged when you have parents most of the time who
Yes.
does not speak your language, like English fluently?
Yes.
Do you see that?
Mwabyumvishije?
Yeah.
Niki mwasaba ababyeyi banyu?
What are your requests, or what you ask the parents?
Iyo gap iri hagati yanyu nabo,
so that the gap between you and them
ibashe kuvaho,
will be taken off.
Kugira ngo mubashe kumva ko muri connected n'umuco wanyu.
For you to feel now connected with your culture on their culture.
Kugira ngo mubashe kumva ko mutari ahantu mu kirere gusa.
For you to not feel that you're just somewhere in the air.
Mwacyumvishije?
Is it clear now?
Discuss
challenges and how to overcome them, and now how to do for them and for you to feel very at the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nimukenera akantu ko kurya hano hari udu snacks noneho hari presentation ariko y'abantu bari bakuru urubyiruko mu myaka ya nimugoroba ndabihighlightinga kubera ko ngwino hano mwereke horo buriya urabona ukuvuga ngo njyewe ndubaka muri future zubaka museum ntuza centre culturel kugira ngo mbashe guha abanyamurenge bakeneye muri diaspora. Iki rero urabona ni culture generation transfer ni ntuza ya mbere. Noneho urabona nizo point nahise mfata gusa ko nahise mfata izo hejuru: family education, community and social, media and technology. Nabonye ikingiki oral and traditional biri hejuru kuri bo. Language haraza rich and tradition nayo mbona iri hejuru. Aha ni generational values. Noneho hakaza values, historical event, technological advance, economical condition, culture and trend, hakaza education system, parenting style, hakaza globalization, political climate, environment issues, media influence nanone, hakaza role of religion and culture. Yes. Ibi ngibi, yes. Noneho urangije religion, haza role of family nanone muri culture byenda gusa nabiriya bari abasore bavuga. Noneho hakaza family culture generation transfer, daily practices and routine, storytelling and oral tradition, language, ritual, role models, hakaza education, socialization, culture affairs, religious practice, values and ethics, hakaza na biblical.
Yeah. That's
Iki?
Have your seats, please. Go back to your seats.
Go back to your seats, please. Come this side. Can I ask, please? Hello. Can I ask you all cover these two first rows
Maybe, yeah.
from here, so that you can be closer to
The screen, yeah.
the screen. Come forward.
Even here, yeah.
Are you excited? Murishimye?
Murabikunze?
Mwabikunze?
Do you like it?
Huh?
Do you like it?
Aha. Mbere yuko dutangira ama presentation,
And before you come to present here,
nagira ngo tubanze ntibiraba ready?
not yet ready, I guess.
Okay, reka noneho tubanze ibi ngibi turangiza mbere yuko dukora summary playing video tubone
Yep.
okay. Group 1 ngiye kudupresent.
Group 1 is going to come and present.
Muribuka group 1 icyo twari twayisabye?
Remember the question we asked from the first group?
Group 1 present.
Group 1, your presenter, please come forward. Group 1. And you can come with all the team for them to feel. Yeah. You can have the mic. Yeah, so you don't need to answer.
N'aba team members banyu. Yes, group 1. Go ahead.
The question was 5 things that your family does to help you and 5 things your family does that doesn't help you. For 5 things that your family does to help you, we said make food, having a healthy relationship, guidance they provide, and help through problems. And then for 5 things family doesn't do to help you, is that the communication has gone down and like disorder, not understanding and listening, not admitting when you're wrong and always thinking they're right, not the best at communicating with each other and not understanding when I'm angry or trying to explain something. And then our proposal or solution is communicate more with family to create a balance that will make life easier.
There's another mic there, maybe.
Here.
Oh, this one, yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Sorry. So you just mentioned and said that of the thing the family does not do, they don't admit, they don't communicate maybe well. So don't you think maybe it's a culture barrier because they did not grow in America? Maybe the way she was raised up in the country, that's the way she was raised up, and it's correct in their culture. But here in your culture here, it's somehow different. Is that not an issue? Yeah, for the group. You don't have to answer everybody in the group. And you can answer too.
Came here when I was young. I came to America when I was young.
Yep.
So the way I was brought up was like different from like born in America because
maybe to clarify on that, is it to parent maybe to try to understand your culture, or you maybe to would try to understand their? What would you say? So you said it's maybe initial culture differences. So is it to you to go back and learn your parents' culture, or for them to learn the American culture? Yep. 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 But you don't feel like the American culture is better than their parents' culture. Okay. Yep. 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 Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Any comments in the group? Maybe just to. Good.
Anyone want to comment on this? As I take note, the very most important thing is to improve communication with the parents, so that you can be comfortable, but also them being comfortable, understand what you need and what you need.
Okay.
Is it it?
Yes.
So,
Maybe a question from the audience, if you have a question on that topic.
somebody have a question? Want to ask question?
Yeah, Edmund.
Thank you. I want to thank you for this very nice work. Yeah, I think it's not a question, but it's a takeaway or a comment. And it's true, it's real. Because, yeah, I have 10 kids here, and they said exactly what is happening. So, we parents, we have a communication challenge or issue or gap. One, our kids are not speaking exactly our language. That one is a language barrier, kind of, is switched in. Then, the cultural way we know, the way we were raised up, especially from Africa, our background is different from here. Because what we know, what we teach them at home, and what they are taught at school, they are kind of conflicting, and you confuse them. So I get you, yeah. I understand. Yeah, 3, he mentioned something very critical. Our parents are always working, so we don't have time for them. I think as parents, as elders, we know what that means, right? Yeah, we need time with them. And when they need us, they don't find us, right? We are tired. That means, yes, he says the love is there, but it's not transcending. It's not being communicated. It's not flowing as should be. I think I'm speaking with Pastor Chris, is what he says most of the time, and Pastor Dan as well. So those are things, I think these are key takeaways we should be noting, and maybe have our leaders and take this to our church leaders to help us figure out. Yeah, the other thing he mentioned, yes, it was time, it was the language, it was culture and communication. There is something that we expect as parents, that kind of respect we used it to when we were young. It confuses me as well, like in America. Yeah, I think it's culture in general. It's the background. I think we're going to talk more, and the group has more. Thank you so very much. I'm very much happy about this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Clap strongly for them.
Yeah. I think Marcel still has a question.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this topic is so good that everybody wants to ask.
Come back. Group 1, come back. Group 1, come back. come back.
The topic is so interesting that a lot of questions are coming.
Yeah.
So I also had a question about the communication issue. So I would like to hear from young people's perspective about communication between parents and their children. What is your suggestion? Because you are the one who sees the communication issue. So what do you suggest to parents? What is the solution that you would suggest to parents to engage in a very effective communication with their kids? Thank you. Anyone. This is a group, just for the group.
I think having like a schedule to like make sure that you guys are always talking every day, to make sure that you know what they're doing and they know what you're doing. With my family, we have to like pray every night and talk before we pray about our day, because it's important to have that communication, and that's what brings the love, by communicating every day.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Everyone's perspective. I think that
Use the mic.
I think that like a good way to like help with communication is to like talk to your kids, like sit down and talk to them about like what you can do better and then what they can do better, so that your relationship is like more, I don't know the word, more like two-sided, and not just like you're thinking something but they're not thinking that thing, and everyone just gets confused. So I think if you talk to your children and like say ways to how you can fix certain aspects in your relationship, then that can help.
There's one now.
Good. Yep.
Yeah.
I think another way that our parents can like spend more time with their kids, like trying to like find time like between the gap of work and spending time with the family, and so they can build a more relationship with each other and be able to communicate easier with each other, and have the extra time to spend time with each other and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's all. That's enough for now. And we are trying to collect ideas that we will taking them like take home. And when you go back home, you can take time to to ask your parent to book that time and to discuss and to update them what you have had here during our conversation. Then we can ending up by identifying what are your requests for now, so that your relationship but also your life can be shaped and well prepared for the future. What we are talking now, it's about our future, so you have to claim your right, but not negatively, but in a way that they can understand you need them to become what you want to become. Let's clap for them again. All right. Group two.
Yeah.
Group 2 with energy. Yes. Who's the presenter?
We did education. What education can help you with is better jobs, help focus, better life and happy life, and make your parents proud. You can get into better schools, achieve your goals, and have a higher chance to succeed.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pros and cons of like education is like homework, is harder classes, tests and exams, and mean teachers. like the way we can fix that is like make homework easier, so like paying attention in class, studying harder, and when there's harder classes, studying for tests, and being nice to everyone.
Yeah. All is done? Mm-hmm. Question from the groups member? Mm-hmm. Any question? Yes.
Thank you so much for raising the education and the plan, the goals you do have. But most of the time, we, the parents, we complain about the use of the iPads and other electronic tools. Sometimes they kill the time you should have to spend on education. And as the first group has presented, we're having this issue of communicating. What is the effective way you can use your electronics, telephones, iPad, computer in a good way that promotes your education? Thank you.
So I think a couple of the ways that you could get over the problem of that is like I said, education also helps with focus. So if you focus more, I think you'll be better prepared for that. I think like if you focus on what you're doing and like you get what you have to do, if you get that done first, then it just makes everything easier because you won't have anything else to do.
I think on that question, I'm thinking that parents think when you have iPads and telephones, you're not really studying. So do you think parents are trusting you when you're using the electronics to be much more educated, or they are right saying that you're being distracted by using your telephones?
Like as he said, as long as as long as you focus on like your school and education and everything and you get that down, I feel like it's not really a distraction. If you get like everything down you need to do, like homework, tests, and you need to study, do all that stuff, I think it's not really like
Yeah. I'm coming. I'll give you. So maybe the question that I'm thinking, let me pass the mic and then I had a follow-up question to that. Okay.
Mine isn't really a question for them. I was wondering, are we who aren't in their group allowed to answer the questions for you guys too? Okay, so I think what you guys are asking is how do we make sure that parents who think we're not focusing, how do we make sure that when we're using the tools that are technology that we're still focusing? I think maybe parents having standards and following up with them. So making sure every 30 minutes you ask, what are you doing? So that you know what's going on. And I think even if you have goals, sometimes as kids we can get distracted. So I think parents setting limits and checking in, I think that's a good way to make sure that we're not just using technology to fool around.
Any other input? Daniela, do you have any input?
No.
So I have a question. I think you're taking much more time on your telephone rather than socializing with your parents. And then you say, when they come, we don't have time. But also when they are there, you're busy on telephone. What do you say about that? Anybody can answer.
I feel like the relationship that we have with our parents, our relationships with our parents, they always want us to do good in school. So when they find us on the phones, they're always worried oh yeah, we're not focusing on school instead of studying. But if us as kids can reassure them and even show them that we've completed everything in school, then they won't have to be worried, and then less stress on them. So then we, us kids and them, we could spend more time together after maybe 2 hours of screen time. And after doing all our homework, so then they are reassured that, oh yeah, we're keeping up with our schoolwork and we're finishing everything that we have to.
Good.
Yeah, how will you feel? That's not for that group.
It was about to
yes.
to add to respond.
Yes, that's before he adds on that. He raised the issue of setting a time frame for the screen.
Yes.
How do you feel when the parents maybe grabs those electronics when it's beyond that time, and maybe he can also react on those?
Anybody, even out of the group, that's fine.
I think that when kids go over their screen time, or the amount of time their parents want them to be on their phones and other electronics, and parents come and they grab their phones and say, "Give me your phone, you're not getting it back for a week." I think that there's other ways that you can be flexible, and that there's other ways and other solutions instead of coming and taking whatever electric device. I think instead talking and being you've gone over your the limit, you've been on your phone too much today, I think you should take a break or maybe go read a book. I think that's better than when they just come and they go, "Give me your phone," you can't use it again. I think talking about it and suggesting would be better than just kind of
grabbing by force.
Yeah.
I agree with her. Parents should be more flexible about phone uses or tablet, whatever. There should be not they just take it away. Maybe you could say, "Oh, you can go read a book for this amount, and then I'll give you your phone for this amount of time to use it." Other ways, not just taking away and keeping it for a week.
So let me.
Pastor Jerome.
He was having an idea.
Okay.
You have an idea? Okay. Then Pastor Jerome will come.
So I agree with Jonas what he said. You shouldn't just grab the phone, and you should be flexible and think about or make an agreement with your son or daughter and say, if you read for this amount of time, I will give you your phone for this amount of time, because that will be more flexible and it won't hurt anybody because it's an agreement, and it's helping you learn still, and you still get your screen time. Yeah.
In my country, we call it grounding. Is this the same word do you use here, guys? Yeah, we call it grounding. If there is something my son hates, it's to ground him out of electronic things. But remember, sometimes that should make you to think about what you are going through and how to change and accept the challenges. Sometimes you feel you have everything, but when you make mistake, to ground you, it also teach you to make you to feel at some time I can stay without this thing and obey my responsibilities of what I have done. Do you feel accepting when the parent grounds you, accept the decision and think about your mistakes and what you have done, and probably make new commitment to change your ideas? You raised hand, yes?
I was going to say, I agree that, I was going to say, I agree that, grounding is fair in certain situations, when you, make a mistake or you do something wrong. But I don't think grounding is fair when, let's say, you went over your limit on screen time, or you're on your phone too much. When you make a mistake, you talk back or you do something wrong, there's, punishment for that. That's fair. But, when you just go over your screen time or do something small like that, I don't think it deserves a big punishment like I'm taking away your phone or you can't get it again. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Question. Yeah.
So my question was pretty much like similar to what you asked, but I just wanted to understand from the perspective of these young gentlemen that we have here. So if your parent, you know, in every structure, I don't want to make this complicated, but let me make it simple this way. So in every small unit, like that team that is right there, so there must be a leader, somebody who puts down maybe rules and all that. So now, let's say in the house, if the parent, me, your dad, chooses, for example, to say, hey, now knowing that your electronics are not really helping you to stay focused, from 10 p.m. at night, it's going to be time to start thinking about going to bed and then relaxing and then, you know, have a good night to sleep, have enough time to sleep. And then tomorrow you can wake up early in the morning and be able to do what you need to do. So if we take that phone or that iPad or that electronic device away from you and we put it aside, and we know that in the morning, maybe 8 o'clock, it's the time that you can be able to access it. What is the problem with that with you? I just want to hear what you have on your mind. What is the problem with that if we maybe set a rule like that? And that is related to grounding, for example. So that pretty much is saying like we are grounding the electronic device from 10 p.m. until morning 8 a.m. So what is the problem with that? Do you think that is not fair to you?
Who want to respond?
It's never fair. Well, because you get to like watch stuff that you like and
because that is
I stay up a lot.
That's right. What he just said. And also Jonas can respond to that too. So I like that answer. Just saying, oh, it's never fair. Okay, I agree with that because that is what you think. So now. But he has something to add?
He has some different.
Oh, different. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think it's fine in some ways. It depends what you did, but like, it's fine. It's like okay because you'll be sleeping anyways. It's not like you're like staying awake, being bored, and sitting at home. Like since you're gonna be sleeping, it won't really be on your mind. And when you wake up, you have it right back.
I disagree. Let me disagree a little bit. Because Jonas is saying that you are sleeping anyway. So sometimes having that electronic in your hands can be a temptation, can be something that is going to tempt you. Let me say this. Even we adults, sometimes when there is a text message that comes in, there's just a beep that will be there, and then you are tempted just to go look who texted you and what the person was saying. So my point here, I just want to say, as I said, if we can set rules that way in a family, like dad is saying or mom is saying, hey, from 10 p.m., no more phone, no more electronic device. And then somebody said it's never fair. Don't you think that is going to help you, being the children of the next generation and the parents, to have rules that we can follow that will help both sides? What do you think? A rule like that is going to help you both. Do you think that is something we can use, or?
If your mom or dad gives you like a screen time and you go over it, like she's allowed to take the phone or something you use, and and it's pretty tempting if she gives it back at like night. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I say something? I had the mic. But I think the thing about having, taking away stuff, like you said when you were beginning, I think it makes sense for little kids to not always be on their phones because, there's research and data that shows that a lot of the things that kids watch are violent and that has an effect on them. So I think when we're younger, it's really important for, little kids to have other things to do than to be on their phones all the time. But as we grow up, I think as we get older, we want to see that our parents trust us and that they think we're capable of making decisions. So I think sometimes when our phones are taken, it makes us feel like we're not going to be able to make our own decisions, or that our parents don't trust us to make our decisions. So I think the most important thing, even like when we're getting grounded, is for us to be explained to, like, why are you taking the phone away instead of just taking it away? Because I think when we're shown that, like, I'm taking this phone away because I love you, and I think that you don't always need to be on this, and that there's other activities that are more beneficial for you to be doing, that makes us think and, like, stop, instead of just being mad that, oh, we're not getting our phone, we're not getting this. Like, we're actually thinking, and we have something to think about instead of just having it taken away from us.
Okay,
So.
yeah, before we wrap up, what is the fair amount to spend on the screen per day, according to you? What's the fair amount of time?
I don't...
24 hours.
Huh? No, that's... Can you answer the question?
No, I'll add to the question. So is there a time that you have felt that parents, even though they took the phone, at least it was the good decision to do, since some of the kids are already addicted to that? Do you at least acknowledge that? So if then, so you want to respond to that and to Pastor's question maybe? Yeah.
I think, like, when you get your phone taken away, like, earlier you said, or no, it was you who said if someone takes the phone away from 10 p.m. and then give it back to you at 8 a.m. I think that's more, like, if it's a child, yeah, I get that, but as you get older, okay, the camera's on me. As you get older, I feel like that's more dependent on you and using your, I can't do this. I feel like it's better if, as you get older, for your parents to trust you more with the electronics, and it's dependent on you if you want to go to bed at a certain time, because whatever you do always has a consequence if it's in a bad thing. So if you stay up till 1 a.m. on your phone, the next day you're going to be tired. So I feel like as you're getting older, I feel like you should be making those decisions for yourself. And I think most of the time teenagers do the right decision by, like, putting their phone away and going to bed rather than staying on it all night, because that's not going to be good for you. But if you continue to not use your best judgment and continue to stay up on it and show that you're not capable of having a phone, I feel like then that's when your parents can step in and take your phone, or at least take it before you go to bed. That's
Yes, what is the fair amount?
I don't think there's a fair amount. I think you need to, like, look at your routine throughout the day and understand, like, maybe if I'm staying home all day, I have other activities I can do. So I don't really think I can give you a number. I think it depends on, like, your schedule and you, like, maybe coming to an agreement with your parents.
And then what is just in case the agreement? I like what you are saying. I like what the way that you're responding to that. And
in my opinion, I think it's 4 hours at max. At max.
What did he say?
4 hours and maximum 4 hours.
Okay, 4 hours. 4 hours maximum. So I like the responses. I like the responses that people are giving. Jonas, and Karen. Okay, so and everybody else, your input, and even your response when you say never fair. So, but I know that, and this is really important that we discuss this together so that we can have a clear idea of how we can help each other, being parents and also being children. So, as you grow up, of course, the parents will want to make sure that we trust you, and we want to show that we trust what you are doing, but like anybody else, it happens that you go over sometimes, and your parent may realize that, oh, this is really going too much. I trust my son, I trust my daughter, but I see that if this person keeps going, my daughter or my son keeps going, it's going to affect him or her. Like you said, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, you are still looking at that phone. The next day you have to go to school. Things are not going well that way. And the dad comes or mom comes and say, hey, let me have that phone, put it away, and then tomorrow I'm going to hand it over to you. So sometimes there's friction that could just happen there, somebody being unhappy. And being mom, maybe is going to be upset. Or maybe you are going to be upset. So how can you balance or be fair to each other in that moment, just to try to be on the same page in a way that you accept the help, and at the same time, you also show that you respect your mom or your dad's decision?
Well, I think it's fair, because if you leave a kid home by themselves, they have it feels like they have no other choice but to go on their phone or iPad. But if you're with them at home, you get off work early or something, and you're there interacting with them, it's gonna get them off their phone because they have someone to interact with, someone to talk to, someone to have fun with. Yeah, it makes them feel like they have to because they have nothing else to do but just to eat and be on their phones. If you're just there interacting with them, be better.
I agree.
Yeah, that's
100%.
good.
Let's clap for them. To be honest, you are fair. You are good guys, and I can trust your future if you really mean what you are saying. God bless you. Let's clap for them.
Good.
I can now see how the conversation is becoming much interactive. And let's share group 3. Come forward. Asante.
Yeah, so our question was community and social institutions. We said things that the community that can help us is advice from experienced elders, people who have already went through the same things, so we can have a little understanding before it happens. And education can really help us for the long going, for us to make smart choices and to stop us from making bad decisions. And I would like the challenges in communities and social institutions is peer pressure. A lot of people come to peer pressure, and also anxiety, antisocial, and also one of the main things is high expectations. When people say, "Oh yeah, my son is gonna be top of his class," then everybody's gonna be thinking that you are. So you're gonna have really high expectations for yourself, and also balance of responsibilities. I'll say because with your high expectations comes a lot of responsibilities that you have to handle, and to make sure you don't fall behind in certain things. And also ways to overcome these challenges is a strong sense of self-confidence, so that you can handle the expectations, you can uphold the expectations, and also you can balance all your responsibilities. And also the foundation in God, it really helps, because you always have somebody you can talk to, especially when you're scared of something. If you're antisocial, you can always turn to the Bible, read a word, pray, talk to God, and he always has an answer for you. And also seeking help to your parents and your elders, such as your older siblings, because they most likely know the answers to these things. And yeah.
Yeah, clap for him. Look how we are going to proceed. Question for them, comments, then we will break for food, and after that we will come back for the next 2 groups. Let's start by asking question. Anyone has question? Question? Or we can just stop to ask questions and book question during for. Okay. Okay. Mic is working.
I have a working one here.
Okay, so my question is, how do you think stuff like peer pressure affects a person on their day-to-day life?
I would say for example, your friends are doing something new that necessarily isn't really good, and like they keep on telling you, if you don't do this with us, you're not gonna be our friends anymore. And you know, some kids like come to the peer pressure, and they're like, I'm not trying to lose my friends, so then they go to the wrong thing instead of like knowing, oh, this is wrong, I should stay away from them, even if, you know, it comes in between our friendships.
Thank you.
Wow. Yes. Mm-hmm. You want to add something? Yes, please. Please. Yeah.
I think like a lot of kids, they be doing like they making bad decisions like smoking, drinking, drugs and stuff. So like if your friend group, they start doing that stuff, you feel like you need to do it so they don't like decide like they don't want to be friends with you and stuff like that. So you just feel like you need to because everybody else is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question. Let's say you see a brother, cousin, with anxiety. What would you prefer? What would you prefer in that situation? What would you prefer that like somebody would help them? What would you prefer that, like, what would you do in that situation? What would help that person in that situation when they have anxiety?
I think usually when you have anxiety or you're anxious, it's because like you're in a new surrounding or you're nervous about what's going to happen next. So I think a good way to help them is maybe to talk to them about something that they know about, or to just do something that distracts them from like what's around them, because I feel like anxiety is usually induced from like surroundings and things that are new and unexpected. So I think like centering them with something that they know or that they're familiar with well.
Question, comment, or somebody to respond to add?
My question is like, if you have like a friend or like a cousin who's like doing the wrong thing, like smoking or drinking, like if they say, oh, I'm not going to be your friend if you don't do this and this, what would you do in that situation?
I think for that, it's good to know who you are and what you value and like what you want to become and how doing those things is going to affect your life. So if somebody's threatening you with stuff like that, it's always good to take a step back and to show other friends that aren't going to partake in those activities. So even if it's hard, you can always like be a bystander. You don't always have to join into everything else that other people are doing, maybe if they're your cousin. But understanding who you are and what you want will really help you to know what is and isn't for you. And like if you know that you want to do something good with your life, maybe drugs aren't the way that you're gonna achieve that.
My question is, what if you're like getting threatened? Like let's say hypothetically, if you're friends with someone and they're peer pressuring you to do something and you say no, but they're threatening you or blackmailing you to do something, what would you do in that situation? Because you obviously don't have the higher power.
I would snitch. You know, if they're threatening you with it, then you should probably like tell somebody, like your parent or their parents, and like even if they're like about to do those bad things, I feel like you should like try to tell them, oh yeah, this is wrong, you know, like try to console them, because they're probably doing it for like a specific reason, such as like depression. That's why most kids like drink, smoke, and stuff like that. So you should give them a reason why they shouldn't do it, and you know, you could be like the friend that like, you know, brings them towards the right things. Snitch them.
So like, what if like they're threatening you with like something like you can't like run away from, like you can't like do something like snitch?
Like blackmailing you?
Yeah, something like that.
Still snitch. I'll say still tell your parents. You know, if they're like blackmailing you with something, and you know, eventually it's gonna come out. So it's better if you yourself go to your parent and you know, sit down with them, talk to them about it, and then tell them this person is threatening me with this thing. So then you can like, then you guys can like resolve the problem without any like big issues happening.
I'm just going to say, at that point, it's time to find a new friend. You got your whole life ahead of you, okay? This is a span from the time you're a teenager to your early 20s is very small compared to the rest of your life. You got your whole life to live. So don't to fail in this short period of time. So get yourself with the right people and be open and have that relationship that we were discussing earlier with family, to be able to talk and communicate.
Yes.
And parents need to be more understanding too, regarding the issues that teens and children are facing today, especially in this foreign culture that the parents live in. You guys, many of you are Americans. You were born here in America. You're America. Your parents are still Africans living in America and learning to be Americans as they become citizens and permanent residents.
Do you think you become my new friends? Huh?
Yeah, we're best friends now, right?
Best friends, yes. So I want to add to what Pastor Dan has said. Today I'm your new friend, and I may probably be the best friend comparing to the old friends that you used to have. You see? So if your peer is trying to push you into bad things, why don't you ask your parents or your elders, your teachers, or your pastors advice for then taking new step? Because we will always make friends, but our life, our purposes, values, and you only need the friend who will help you to achieve your goals. That's why you don't need to be sticky to a bad friend, to a peer who is leading you to lose your target. That's how the life is, and that's how it's better to interact with experienced people, so that they can help you to shape you to become a new person in your life.
One more point.
Yes.
Based off of what you said, you don't need to feel isolated. You know what isolation is? Isolation is when you're alone and by yourself. As Pastor said, you have a new friend here. And you might look at me as an authority figure, as a pastor here, and, you don't want to snitch and tell me things, but it's the same thing. I'm here to listen, not only, preach the Bible to you, but also to listen and see where you're at and what your needs may be. So you can always come to me. There's Pastor Chris, there's Pastor Jerome, and there's many others that you can turn to. If you're struggling with these issues, this peer pressure, you can come to us. I'm going to tell you, I wasn't a perfect kid. I had many failures along the way, and I wish I had people like this. I was brought up in a Christian home, but there wasn't a whole big youth group and a lot of activity for the youth. I didn't have Christian youth to hang around with, and I went to a public school, so it was really difficult, and there was a lot of peer pressure. You have resources right here. You have community right here to turn to, and that's why we're here today. We want to assist you and help you become the person that God's created you to be, to fulfill your mission here on this earth for God's glory.
Yeah, Pastor. Can somebody give him the mic?
I like what he said, that, what's your name again?
Pastor Gideon.
Yes, the gentleman behind you. Espoir. Yeah, I like what Espoir said. Espoir said, I will snitch. Most of the time, young people, or when you are at this age, you may think that snitching is a negative thing to do, but if it's something that you want to do for the sake of putting yourself in a better place or preparing your future because you have a bad influence or bad friends around you or next to you that you want to walk away from, if you are my son and you come to me, you snitch your friends because they are pulling you into something bad, for sure I'm going to follow up with what you told me to get to that point where you will get to the better place. But that all has to start from you. If you stay quiet, you don't say anything, I will not know what the problem that you have. But from here, if you want to be at that place you want to be, snitch, tell your parent, tell your pastor, like Pastor Dan said, tell one adult that you trust, and that new friend, like Pastor Gideon said, that I'm now your new friend, he is going to help you be where you can be, because that will be your way out to get to that better place where you can be. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Any other question or comment? Okay.
All right. So my question is, like, usually, like, if you're getting blackmailed about something, it's usually something like pretty bad, and if it's like them trying to peer pressure you, it's probably like they're probably blackmailing you with something bad. By telling like your parents or like a guardian or something, wouldn't you kind of have to like say what they're blackmailing you for, and couldn't that potentially mean getting you like in trouble? Wouldn't that? Isn't that like why people are like, yeah?
Like I said, like if they're blackmailing you, something like, oh, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna like tell everybody. Then your parents are obviously gonna find out. So it would be like better if you like tell your parents like beforehand, so they won't be like as mad. Like they'll have like time to think about it. So then like when they approach you to talk about it, they won't like be like mad at you necessarily. And like after, they can deal with the problem of somebody else blackmailing you. So then like you wouldn't end up, like not a lot of people would end up knowing like the thing that you did, I would say.
Also, I think sometimes like we're scared to tell our parents things, but like our parents like love us, even if sometimes it doesn't always feel like that, like they do. And it's also their first time being parents, so like we should also consider that when things happen. But like at the end of the day, like Espa said, telling your parents before somebody else knows is the best way to do it, because then you can do damage control and you can take care of the problem before it's like an issue.
Any other comment? Yes.
Oh,
yes.
my bad. Sorry, I didn't know.
So it's kind of like it's like adding on to the answer that Espa said. Basically, if you're getting blackmailed with something and you don't want your parents to know about it, I feel like punishments are only temporary. So if you don't tell them, then the outcome of the whole entire situation will be worse than you would want it to be. And even though like your parents would get mad, I feel like they would be more understanding if you tell them also, hey, I'm getting blackmailed for something, and I wanted to let you know. I feel like I'm pretty sure parents would be appreciative that you told them about that, because if the person were to actually tell people what you did, that would make it worse, because your parents would find out that not only were you like getting peer pressure to do bad things, but you also did something else bad. So that would make the whole situation worse. And being honest and having trust with your parents will help and make the situation less worse for you.
Good. Hari ikindi kibazo?
Any other question?
No. Mushobora guhaguruka mwese.
If you can all stand up
mukabakomera amashyi cyane
and clap your hands for them.
Mwasubira hariya mu byicaro byanyu muhagaze.
Thank you. You can go back to your seats. Good job. Thank you.
Hasigaye group 4 na group 5. Tugiye gusenga, dusengera ifunguro tugiye gufata.
So we're going to pray for the food we're going to have.
Niturangiza turafata umwanya wo kurya.
After that we're going to have a time.
Niturangiza kurya,
after eating,
turaza gukomeza
we'll come back for the
presentation z'amagrupu abiri asigaye.
of the two remaining groups.
Reka dusenge.
Let's pray.
Mana turagushimiye ko waduhaye Yesu.
God, we thank you for giving us Jesus.
Turagushimiye ko waduhaye n'urubyaro.
And to have given us this generation.
Turagushimiye kuko urufitiye umugambi ukomeye.
You have a good plan for this generation.
Ari nayo mpamvu watanze Yesu ku bwabo.
and this is the reason why you gave Jesus for them.
ubakingura imitima n'ubwenge bwabo
The mind and their hearts.
kugira ngo babashe kumva ico wabaremeye
To know and understand the reason.
n'ico wabazaniye ku isi
For them here on earth.
kugira ngo bazagisohoze.
For them to achieve and accomplish.
ugasanira ifunguro tugiye gufata
We're going to have.
uriho umugisha kandi no mu biganiro bikomeza imbere ukomeza ubane natwe mu izina rya Yesu. Amen. Amen.
So enjoy your meals.
abantu bacu bari online dufite abantu benshi bari kudukurikira tugiye gufata break akanya gato turahita tugaruka cyako